afternoon, viewers. I thought we'd change it a bit for the intro, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
Change it around a bit, Timmy, innit? It's a bit boring now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
right.
By the camera.
Yeah, so as you can see, look, it's quite grim outside. We get a lovely view of the moors, look, which is fantastic. On a clear day, it is fantastic, isn't it, Timmy?
Yeah.
So, spin it around there, we can show the viewers that we've got Malcolm's back here with his fantastic ST180. This runs RT330. It's got lots and lots of mods on it, a lot of our mods on it, and obviously Regal mods, all right, to be able to run that. So as you've seen from previous videos that we've done, and on the Facebook, we've done the latest thing we've done on that was the water meth. All right, so he's come back down again this morning for fair play. You know, he's driven down from Torquay in, as we said, this grim weather to swap the wheels over. So basically what we're doing is the wheels that have come off Monty's #021, all right, are now going on to Malcolm's. All right, so it's a deal that they've done together. It didn't really involve me. All I'm doing is just carrying out the service of swapping them around. All right, so if we come round to this side, Timmy, all right, we haven't done we've left the original rears on just for you to see. All right, so this is the original wheels, as everybody knows. There's, you know, your stock ST180 wheels. All right, they're quite a heavy wheel, to be honest. All right, and that is, we put our big breakers, the big brake kit front and rear that came off the Little Beast, which is tucked in under there, which we'll obviously do something on that later when the time's right. Okay, so as you can see at the moment, so that runs a 15mm spacer. All right. Now the bells on mine are a little bit different than what they are on Monty's, because I had a bit of a spacer built into that. All right, so it's a bit different. So we need to just play around with wheel spacings and, you know, to get it right. Okay, we'll have to play around. I think we've already raised up the ride height a bit. Yeah. Okay, and then we can play around with that as well afterwards. So effectively, so the OZ Ultra Ligeras, which you see there now. This was relevant, obviously, onto Monty's. So when you get these OZs, all right, they come. This is in red, so they supply it in red. We had that recreated. Mr. Sticker done that for us, and obviously we've got the M Sport side of it, which is relevant to #021, not relevant to Malcolm's. So that will be coming off, and then we'll put the OZ in red, which is, we've still got that because it came with the wheels. All right, so that'll be something for Malcolm to do. He can do that himself and give him something to do, won't it? So we'll just show you the side at the moment where the wheel is off. All right, like I said, that's the big brake kit on the front that we ran on the Little Beast originally, all right, which is now on Malcolm's, as you can see, obviously. Yeah,
obviously.
All right. Now we're gonna play around with some wheel spacers. We'll run a 10mm spacer on this one because they're again, this is where it changes a bit, because I ran a 38 offset wheel, Pro 1.2. They're 42 offset, so it changes. So that's why we have to play around with the spacing side of it. So what you can see, so that runs, that's a 340mm disc. It's an 8-pot progressive piston caliper, DS2500 race pads, and braid lines, and that sort of stuff. Rear is a 4-pot billet caliper, electronic parking brake, 315mm disc. All right, so when we get round to talking about what we're doing on #021 and the Little Beast, that's what all stems off. All right, we'll be having a bit more of a discussion about what's going on with our car and the brake side of it, because it will be changing. All right, and it will be changing in a way where it's going to be quite mind-blowing. All right, so that's all we'll say, but we'll share that with you later. So Timmy, if you come around here before we... Right, can't forget these as we walk past. So this is the Rays Dura nuts. They're really, really light. As well, I think we've demonstrated that before, Timmy, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, you know, they're proper like aero spec aluminium, super light and hard anodized. You can them in various of colours. We've opted to go for the black. We talked about different colours for Malcolm's, but I think black would be the sensible option. If you you know, he's on about the blue, it's not the same colour blue. You don't want to start mixing too many colours. It's all right on our demo development cars like Little Beast and the RS or whatever, where that's our colour scheme. So it's different, but this is his own, on your own personal car. Maybe think about that. So Monty's had the gunmetal grey ones, which worked well on his, but I think black is the best option for Malcolm's. I think anything else would be, just a bit too much, I think. All right, so that's the wheel that's going to be going on it. All right, so if we come around this side, all we've done at the moment is just, so this is just test fit on the wheel, all right, with the spacer, and it works quite well. All right, this already runs a significant amount of negative camber on the front of this, all right, same as what we run on ours, same as what we run on Monty's, okay. We just used a couple of his gunmetal grey ones there, just to locate it on so we can do some test fitting. Like I said, as we said before on the other wheel, this will all be removed and it will be OZ in red. All right, but Malcolm can do that himself. But now we haven't touched the rears yet. So that's all it is, guys. So we'll come back soon once we get the fronts built up. We'll then build the rears up and then we'll show you what it looks like. But it gives you an idea from stock wheel to the Ultra Legeros, and some people like the stock wheels. Malcolm did, that's why he's kept with those. But now since seeing those fitted to Monty's and Tim Delbridge's on his fantastic Race Red one, Tim, who does all our social media, part of the MJP team, he is now like that. So he's done a deal with Monty, and the wheels are like new. They've done a couple of thousand, not even 1,000 miles, I don't think. So there we are, that's the way to do it. Alright, so we'll come back soon and then let you know and show you the rears, and then we'll show you what it looks like finished with the ride level, and that's it. So come back soon. Right guys, so onto the rear now. Look. So as you can see, OE stock wheels off, and again it's got the brake kit on the back from the Little Beast. So as you can see, it's a 4-pot billet caliper. Alright, and the S2500 race pads again, braided lines done by Exact Engineering, our friends up at Totnes there. Alright, so, and electronic spot caliper, which is the electronic parking brake. And on Malcolm's, a little bit different because the parking brake button is there. So, alright. So you hold that for 2 seconds, it releases it. That's like the safety thing on that, because people were saying, oh, but if you can press it on and off, well, you've got to keep your finger on it for 2 seconds before it releases. All right, so that's there's not. It runs. It's got its own separate ECU to run that. Again, it hasn't got the capabilities to auto release and auto apply. That's would be a bit more expensive to create that, and it's not needed, to be honest. I think I've had a couple of questions about that with regards to safety side of it. So what happens if somebody pushes it when you're driving down a road? Well, they'd have to hold it for 2 seconds, all right. So the same thing could apply to a mechanical handbrake. So if we were driving down a road, you could pull the handbrake onto me, yeah? Yep. Well, that's a lot faster than holding your finger on it for 2 seconds, isn't it? So that's giving you an example, all right, but it's safe, it's absolutely fine. All right, again, 10mm spacer on the back. So let's now wander around the other side there. Young Timothy, yeah. SD64 badge, yeah? Yep. I don't know whether that applies to the car or Malcolm, not sure. Right, so now we obviously onto the rear now. So OZ Ultra Legeros is on the back. You can see quite a bit more clearance in the caliper on the rear, but these are pretty good. The clearance on the inner part of the spoke casting is really good, same as the Pro 1.2s. So, and now, I don't know if you noticed, Timmy, you now have the black raised wheel nuts. Cool, huh? Yep. So I think that suits it much better. Now, if Malcolm wants to, he could leave that as it is. There's nothing stopping him from leaving the M Sport and the OZ on there. I mean, it's not an M Sport car, but down to the individual, isn't it? I don't think it's a problem, but he is opted for the best wheels. I mean, I like the Pro 1.2s, they're fine. And the Riva wheels, which run on the RS, superb, made by Rimstock. LZs, yeah, they are the more expensive ones, but they are pretty much
Get what you pay
pretty
for.
much the best you can get. And to be honest, one of the best you can get. I can't say the best because, you know, how do you know? But one of the best. Is that a way of describing it? Yeah. And we keep safe then, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all it was, guys, just to let you know. So what we'll do shortly, we'll let it down. Running outside, we've got to let everything settle off. And then we'll see what the stance looks like with the 10mm spacers. So we might have to do a few more adjustments. We might be, you know, playing around with it a bit more, but looks good, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
So there we are. And yeah, that's it. End of story, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Right, guys. I did say end of story, didn't I? It's not an end of story, though, is it?
No.
No, I fibbed a bit. No. This is the final chapter. Yeah, take a look. Here we are. Right. So, looks awesome. It's quite amazing how wheels can transform the stance and certainly the look of a car. Now, I think that looks awesome. The yellow calipers, when we ran the brake kit on the little beast, if you remember, Timmy, when we were at Donington, they were gloss black Pro 1.2s, weren't they? And the caliper really pops, and I always liked that, the yellow behind the black wheel. And as you can see, look, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? Whereas like these are like more of a satin black, the OZs, as opposed to a gloss black. So always like that, you know. I mean, I'll put the orange ones on, then I just for a bit of fun and whatever. But it doesn't work as well, you know, with the yellow calipers. So we've checked all the height levels. It's all pretty even all the way around. Mark has been out for a drive in it and testing it over, you know, some sleeping policemen and all that sort of stuff. And one thing he did say when he come back is they're quite noisy, aren't they? They are quite noisy. So the R888 Rs and even the previous ones, the R888s, are noisy because it's a semi-slit like track tyre. So yes, it is noisy. But again, sacrifices have to be made. So if you want to run these sort of tyres, you're gonna have to put up with that. You know, it might bother some people, but when he starts driving this and it's dry weather, you know, they're not too clever in standing water. You've got to be a little bit cautious, but dry roads, when you get them heated up, they are fantastic. You know, they grip really, really well. I mean, the R888Rs, because they're medium compound, I think they're better than the previous ones because they tend to last a bit longer as well. All right. So I think that concludes. We can have a little look around the front of Kelly, if you want to, for the viewers, just to see what the sweet. See here, look, you'll be able to see how much negative camber we run. Yeah, there's quite a bit of negative camber. About 3 degrees, I think, something like that. And same up, so you can see where it lines up. And then that's the sort of, so Monty's runs out on hashtag 021. Tim Delbridge's on his race road one, not quite so aggressive. I think we backed it off a bit on that, but Malcolm wanted it to max it out, which he's done, and you know, the grip level is fantastic. You know, I mean, you're getting the heat generated from the inside of the tyre right across the breadth of it, as opposed to being just in one particular area. All right, so aiding the grip. All right, so it'll take a little while. He's going to have to wait for this grim weather to get better, and then he can sample the R888Rs, can he? So that's about it, Timmy, innit?
Yeah.
You was wanted me to mention something, didn't you?
Yeah, but we're very close to our 1,000 subscribers. Yeah.
So how many are we away from 999? So
7.
It's nearly an emergency.
It
yeah.
is, yeah.
So we're probably 4 away from an emergency. Yeah. And then that extra one above that. Sorted. So like I said, usual thing, guys. You know, really appreciate you watching us and supporting our channel, which is great. The hardest thing to do is to get to 1,000 subscribers, which we're nearly there. So we do need your help, guys, and you know, much appreciated. So yeah, usual thing, like, subscribe, that's the most important thing. Comments down below, hit that bell notification button. Timmy, is that right?
Yep.
And yeah, so we'll get there. We're nearly at 1,000, guys, and then the hard work's done there, and it's relentless then, so we'll just keep pushing forward. We'll put as much new content on as we can for you. Try and do a couple of videos a week. It's quite difficult, you know, running the business as well, and Timmy does all our marketing and social media, etc. You know, it's quite a difficult task as well. It's not easy to do. You've tried it, Timmy, and it's really time consuming, isn't it, trying to edit stuff. All right. But we got so much here to bring. I mean, there's quite a few that still have not been uploaded, but we try and move them around a bit just to give you variety, really. There'll be lots we'll be doing on #021, which is hidden away under that red cover. All right, and as you can just see peeking out, it's got the little beast orange wheels on it. Well, that's because the wheels that were off #021 are now on Malcolm's. So, all right, and then the little beast. I mean, I'll give you. Shall we just show you the wheel on the little beast, the front one? Right. So, there you go. I'll give you a quick look. I won't say too much more, but they're in. Yeah, that's still on a development stage at the moment. So we've got lots and lots to do on that. All right. So as you can see, that's the bronze, matte bronze on that, which is what we've gone for. All right. And you'll understand why as we go through with it. But there's this, people have been asking, oh, what's happening with the little beast? Lots are happening with it. All right. So it's going back down to our good friend Julian, fabricator, very clever guy at Proform Engineering, Proform Motorsport, both the same thing. All right, it's going back down there this week to have some more of the upgrades and fabrication done on it, and then we'll share that with you. We'll go down there and do some videos and share that with you as it's being carried out. All right, so that's it, guys. So I've already said what I need to say previously. So catch you very soon. Thanks, guys.